G'day team, RT here from Axon, another edition of RT's OODA Loop. What's going on in here? Had a ripper day today. We've done our end of financial year planning session whereby we've reflected on the last 12 months and we've now put a plan in place for all the things that Axon's going to achieve over the next 12 months. Now, if you're not a business owner, you probably don't give two rats' asses about the financial year, except if you're a property investor, then that's the time where you need to get your ass into gear and bloody get your taxes sorted out. So as a side note, if you have not contacted your accountant and or Jace Cosgrove, who should be doing your taxes, if you're part of the Axon sort of community, you know, there's thousands of dollars sitting in the ATO right now that should be in your back pocket. So yeah, get your stuff into gear. But as a business owner, it's all about knowing what your KPIs, knowing what your deliverables are, knowing some of the lessons learned, understanding some of the trends, what's happened over the last 12 months. And I've got to tell you, it's been nothing short of an absolutely phenomenal year here at Axon. The new recruits that were brought into the business, there are business processes that we've refined, the management of the really rocky building industry that we've got right now, interest rates have gone up recently, etc., etc. But you know what? We are so committed to the cause and we believe so much in who we are and what we're doing. Whilst all that stuff takes a lot of extra effort and a lot of extra monitoring, no one in the business cares one little bit. All they care about is the outcome they're getting for you. And it was just so evident to see today. So Noah and her team of superstars in the marketing department, many of you don't see who's in our marketing department. We've got Daniel, who's our videographer, the executive producer, behind the scenes, of course. He says he does his best work behind the camera, and he's normally pointing a bloody camera in my face. Sophie, who does all of our graphic design and curates all of our newsletters, and Noah, our amazing Brazilian, I call her ex-Brazilian because she's actually got her citizenship now. She's our marketing strategist. I set them a challenge at the start of this year. I said, righto team, we've got a brand, we've got a reputation, we've got a standing. People love working in with Axon, and there's a lot of chatter around Axon and who we are and what we do. You've got zero marketing budget this year for the rest of this financial year. So they went the last 6 months with $0 that we spent on marketing. Don't get me wrong, team, not your problem, mine, but we've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars over the last 5 years in paying for the privilege effectively of having our ads appear on your devices. That's how social media works. It's a whole bloody black art, which now's not the time and place to talk about. But they were quite shocked when I said that to them, but I'm like, let's get on TikTok. Let's do more reels on Instagram. Shit, one of our reels on Instagram's got almost 500,000 views. It's that one that says,
"Can you walk on water? Are you Jesus?"
Very, very sort of military specific. Very well delivered by our resident ex-Navy lady, Nat. So it's called organic content. And there's more newsletters, there's more stuff going out, there's more little reels. You've seen heaps more behind the scenes, bits and pieces. You think about it, us as consumers for other brands that we're following, we love to know what's going on behind the scenes. We don't necessarily want to see the flashy brochure or what's the latest offer. What's the organic heartbeat? What's happening in the fabric of that organization that we can really sort of start to become attuned with? So we've focused a lot more on that. And I know a lot of you have provided some amazing feedback on how you're watching and enjoying seeing the Axon sort of journey, progress. Yeah, so the marketing team has done an amazing job. They're going to continue to do that. So there's going to be lots more awesome content coming your way that way, to allow us to continue our standing in the market. What we did from a coaching perspective, we invited 131 people to come into our long-term coaching program, our success package, during the last financial year. 70% of that was either repeat business or direct referral. We track every single one of them, of course. Now, what does that mean? That means that the Axon customers, the Axon clients are buying properties that are worth $500,000, $600,000, $700,000. They're taking the better part of 18 months to build. And of course, that's, a little bit rocky and taking a little bit longer these days. Hell, don't I know it? We've got our own house, which is 6 months delayed. We're flirting with your financial future. And so it's a very big investment that you're making, and you want to do it again or tell your mates about it in 70% of the opportunity. So again, business metrics that a lot of you won't have any idea about, but let me just tell you, that is fucking huge. 99% of businesses around the world would love to have that metric, and it comes down to the way we care about our clients, what we provide for our clients, how you guys feel when you get to the end of the session, because at the end of your journey, because you wouldn't be telling your mates about it otherwise. So that's been bloody huge. Dave Simpson and the boys in the property specialist team, where we got Damo and James, they spoke about how many builds they've got going through in the initial parts of it. We're talking about process, we're talking about risks, we're talking about research, finding the properties, putting it all together. Shit, there was one stage halfway through the year, I think it was at the end of last year, where we had over 50 people that we were trying to find blocks of land for. Getting blocks of land has been incredibly tight. The demand has been through the roof. That's what's been pushing the prices up. At the moment, it's only sitting at 22. So we've done an amazing job, even though I've been pouring more people in on top of the pile there from a success package perspective. We've been able to halve that. So that means more people like you have got a foot inside the market, and you're now benefiting from that market whilst you're waiting for the land to register and build to start, etc., etc. And then, of course, Nat jumped up and spoke about the ladies in the build support team. We had 80 properties finished being built in the last financial year. And, I, as a business owner, I've now got clarity on how many days from start of construction to key handover, how many days from key handover to tenant being found, what's the total number of days, what's the current insurance policies looking like, etc., etc. So it's just such an enlightening day for me as a business owner to know what the heartbeat and what the stats are of the business. It allows me to know that my key leaders there have got a little bit of autonomy. They can operate and basically run their capabilities. So we're talking about the marketing team. I run the coaching department. Dave runs property specialist, and Nat runs the build support, with Angie, our relationships manager, as well. It's just so good to see how much they've embraced the opportunity of having that autonomy. They've got their graphs, they've got their spreadsheets, they've got their automated data. So that was really, really handy. It just gives me as a business owner a lot of confidence that I don't need to micromanage. I can go away for a week, not take my laptop, and knowing full well that the business KPIs and the strategic direction, the commander's intent, dare I say, is absolutely going to be adhered to. Yeah, that's it. I'm driving home at the moment, just going to go home and see our little puppies, Molly and Hank, feed those little buggers, feed and water them, and then I'm going to jump in an Uber. We've got an amazing dinner tonight. We're going to go do the old chop catch, check it teppanyaki at the JW Marriott, just up in Main Beach there. So it's one of the things that we've been doing for a few years. We sit down and we do the intellectual activity, and we reflect, and then we plan for what the next 12 months comes our way. I've just told you what we did for the last 12 months. I'm going to keep what we've got planned for the next 12 months as a, not necessarily a secret, but you're going to live it. It's coming your way. So there's no need for me to tell you about it now. Just watch this space. Keep doing what you're doing, and keep engaging, and keep being, inside the Axon family. And you'll soon see all the amazing things that's coming your way. There's a couple of little things that I've kept on the back channel there that no one knows about, that I've not released to the public yet, that I've been doing in the background. This is one of them, the brand new little Robbie's OODA loop session that you're listening to now. But we've got a couple of key individuals that I've been training up in the background that I'm about to release to the public, and they are fucking superstars. And you are going to love engaging with them and seeing them. They'll be sitting right next to me as a coach, and next to me on the live Q&As. A lot of people say that. So I'm like, oh, I didn't realize Robbie had a brother. I don't have a brother. I've got two sisters. But this guy I'm about to introduce you to, you'll be like, holy fuck, he really does have a brother. So that's going to be really exciting. I know you'll love that. But yeah, every time that we love to reward the team. All the Milky Bars tonight for dinner is on Tam and I, Uncle Axon, dare I say it. And it's a very small way for us to say thank you so much, team, for an amazing year. We love having you part of our crew. So let's go out for a beautiful dinner and share some drinks and good times, and have some connections. What I said to the crew as a final little sign off, and a lot of you as military leaders, past, present, or dare I say it, emerging, when we get to July next year, one thing I know for sure in my heart, that every single person that's sitting in this room will still be sitting in this room, but all of you will be 1 year extra deep from an experience perspective. You would have refined, you would have improved, you would have had some wins, you would have had some losses, therefore your deeper levels of experience will be through the roof. And it's just going to lay the foundation and lay the platform for Axon to be around for a long, long time. So yeah, and just the the smiling and the nodding. I just made up a new word then. The smiling and the nodding of everyone knowing that I've got their back, everyone knowing that I want them in the room, just that we've got a room of superstars, you know, to take Axon to the next level is just bloody amazing to see. You'll see all of us again soon. We are going to start doing some face-to-face activities around the country. There's one little glimmer of hope for you. So yeah, thanks for listening. I'm just about to pull up now. See you soon.